Lindor, Marte, and Soto do up with the Mets here in the top of the first inning. And Chris Sale putting his crosshairs on the Mets for the first time this season.
And Sale puts away Lindor on another slider. Great start. A strikeout for the lefty.
Not quite the location he was looking for, but definitely the result he wanted.
One out, top of the first, the 1-2. Breaking ball chopped weakly towards short. Allen charges, gloves, throws on the run. Safe at first. Marte is on base with what should be an infield hit.
So here's Soto, homered his first time up last night to give the Mets an early lead.
Waiting on the 1-2, pitch on the way, softly tapped back to the mound. That's gloved by Sale. Throws over to first base calmly, gets the out.
1-2. Awkward off the end of the bat. Sale will flip. Olsen covers, and Sale gets out of it. Marte stranded at second.
Back in Atlanta, we go to the bottom of the first inning. It is Paul Blackburn day for the New York Mets. He'll face the Braves tonight. Just the fourth outing of the year and the second start for right-hander Paul Blackburn in a Mets uniform. Facing Ronald Acuna Jr.
First pitch on the way from Blackburn, swung on and drilled deep center field. Taylor going back, all aboard. That thing's leaving town. A home run by Acuna, and it's 1-0 Braves.
I just don't understand why anybody throws anything near the strike zone on the first pitch of the game against Ronald. I just don't get it.
Launched.
Now, granted, that was kind of a cement mixer slider or cutter.
I don't think he meant to do that, but yeah.
And Verdugo follows with a single to right field.
Now, you've heard it, guys. Hitting is contagious.
And he ends up walking Riley, and now a first inning mound visit from pitching coach Jeremy Hefner.
Bouncing ball right side. Alonso to his right, dives to his knees, throws to first. Blackburn's there for the out. Runners move up to second and third.
And made the good throw to the Blackburn.
1-2 to Ozuna. In the dirt, bouncing away from Torrens.
Whoa. Catcher used his mask to stop the ball. That's a catcher's balk.
Wow.
And produces a run.
Sure did. When's the last time you saw a catcher's balk?
I don't remember. He knows better, too, but the ball was kind of rolling up the first base line, took his mask off, held it in his right hand, and stopped the ball to rake it back to his glove.
That makes it 2-0 Braves. Now the 2-2. That's lifted towards deep center. Tyrone Taylor is under it now. Taylor makes the squeeze, tagging from third base Riley. Here he comes. Here's the third of the plate. Feet first slide, and Austin's in there. And it's 3-0 Braves on the sac fly by Marcell Ozuna.
So Nemo's on with the second Mets base runner of the night. That'll bring up Tyrone Taylor, who had a really great game yesterday.
Out to left field. Verdugo toward the line, and he gets there. Nice sliding grab by Alex Verdugo right on the chalk.
Keeps going away from you while you're running, but he timed this one up perfect right before he got to the wall.
This pitcher appreciates it. 2 down now. Nemo still at first, and Jeff McNeil the hitter.
0-2 to McNeil. And he'll hit one in the air to center field. Michael Harris in line with it. And he'll backpedal a few steps, make the catch, and there's out number 3. So a leadoff walk does no harm to Chris Sale. We go to the bottom of the second inning, 3-0 Braves. Ozzie Albies leads it off with the Braves in the bottom of the second. It'll be 7, 8, and 9 in the Braves order. Again, the 0-2 pitch to Albies. And he's going to drive one down the right field line over a leaping Pete Alonso. Ozzie has 2 bags on his mind. That rattles the corner. Ozzie's got 3 bags on his mind. Helmet flies off. Darting to third. Feet first slide, and he's in there. A leadoff triple by Ozzie as he just whistled run right over the head of Pete Alonso.
3-2 to Nick Allen with Albies at third and 1 out. And he lines it, and it is short hopped or caught by McNeil for the second out.
What a play. That was a heck of an at-bat by Allen there. And boy, he comes up empty.
2 on, 2 out. 2-2 on Verdugo. The pitch. Bouncing ball right side. Alonso has it. Stops, runs back to first in time to end the inning. The Braves, who had a triple to lead off the inning, do not score.
1-2. And Mauricio is history when lunging for a slider. Missed every stitch of that thing.
Yeah, took a little off that slider and had him way out in front.
And one down here in the top of the third inning. Back to the top of the order to Francisco Lindor. Well, one from Sale. Hot shot out to short. Going to the ground to backhand it. Allen up on his feet. Fires over. What a play by Nick Allen. Going into the hole to his right. Slid to it in shallow left field. And by the time he popped up, he had a long throw to make. And he was able to bounce it over there perfectly to retire Lindor.
Talking about the Braves starters, you go back to May 1st. All these numbers are top 3 in the National League. So ERA, opponent's average, strikeout to walk ratio, and opponent's slug. A lot to like for Atlanta.
Sale's 1-2 pitch, and he got him. Slider low and in, and he went lunging over the top of it. Third strikeout of the game for Chris Sale. One down here in the fourth inning. Anytime Ozzy's out there running out from under his helmet, and then goes bouncing across the infield, and he's flying around the infield.
Ozzy deep to right here. Is that going to go? Off the wall. Ozzy to second. Might have a play. He's safe. How about Ozzy? A triple in the second, now a double in the fourth.
You got a couple of hard ones, 100%.
And Ozzy Albies advances to third base. So now Nick Allen gets the opportunity that he had back in the second inning. But if he's going to come through, he's going to have to do it against a different pitcher.
That one nowhere near. It gets behind Terrence. Ozzy is safe at the plate. And Atlanta adds on in the fourth.
Boy, Terrence having a really rough night behind the plate.
What is going on? Torrens is a quality defender. That's two that got by him.
2 out. McNeil still at first. And Lindor, the batter. Switch hitter batting right-handed.
Chris Sale with a payoff pitch. And he paints the outside corner. Lindor, frozen pizza to end the top of the fifth.
Batting against Chris Sale, who has held the Mets to just 3 hits and 1 walk tonight. He has struck out 4.
To Soto, here it is. Swung on, lifted in the air to left field, but not very deep. Verdugo has it slice on him a little bit, so he comes over near the line to make the catch. 2 out.
A swing and a miss on the slider. Alonso is down. 5 strikeouts for Chris Sale.
Chris has to be feeling pretty good. Like I mentioned, just 80 pitches. And he goes to work here versus Nimmo, left on left. Again, the 3-2. Got him swinging. Fastball 94. And he rings up Nimmo for his 6th strikeout.
McNeil bounces it to Ozzy, and Sale has cruised through 7. Now he sailed through 7. How about that? There we go.
See what you did.
Been waiting to tee yourself up on that one.
Here's Matt Olsen. Olsen's 1 for 3. He's grounded out, flied out, and singled.
3-2 pitch, and Olsen hits one a mile high to right field. A skyscraper to the chop house, and out of here. What an at bat by Matt Olsen. And he finally got one he could barrel, and he just taught that thing how to fly. Make it 5-0 Braves.
He spoiled so many good pitches there, and every time you do that, the momentum swings in your favor, and he caught a pitch that he could hit, and wow.
So we roll into the top of the 8th inning. It's still Chris Sale on the mound. He's at 94 pitches.
In the air to right. Pretty deep, but not deep enough. Acuna is there. He's got it. Chris Sale, 8 scoreless tonight against the New York Mets. And in between innings, Brian Snitker went over and talked to him, but didn't shake his hand. Chris Sale might be back out there.
And tonight, another gem and chance to throw a complete game shutout.
He has not had a complete game since 2019.
A diving Sale from a knee throws over. That's some hocus pocus magic by Sale. An amazing defensive play for out number 1. Ozzy was charging from second and coming off the bat. It seemed like a foregone conclusion. It's Ozzy or no one.
1-2. He struck him out.
Swing and a miss on a fastball, and 2 down here in the 9th. That's his 7th strikeout in the game.
And Chris Sale is 1 out away from a shutout tonight against the Mets. The Braves have a 5-0 lead, and here is Brandon Nimmo, the last best hope.
And Nimmo loops one to shallow left. That's going to fall. Base hit. So Nimmo dunks one into shallow left.
And now Brian Snitker makes a step up onto the top of the dugout, now onto the field. Listen to this applause for the marvelous lefty Chris Sale. He was absolutely terrific tonight. 8 2/3 shutout innings, and he gets high fives and hugs from everybody in the Braves dugout.
Ground ball. Ozzy's there. Braves win.
It's a shutout victory over the Mets. 5-0 the final score on a night where Chris Sale led the parade. What a magnificent night for Chris and the Braves as they take this series, and they will go for a sweep tomorrow.